Hey folks, Dan here. Before we get into it, if you enjoy these videos, please hit the like and subscribe button. And keep in mind that these are my own thoughts, opinions, and ideas. These are not meant to be, nor should you take them as investment or trading advice in any way, shape, or form. Do your own due diligence, put in the work for yourself, and make your decisions based on that. Enjoy.
All right, folks, here we are on Wednesday, November 27th. We're going to take a look at Rocket Lab today. So thought we'd check in on Rocket Lab since it blew through these blue levels that we had on the chart last time that we took a look at it, and topped out above that 22.55 and pushed all the way to 27.20 there that you'll see. So what I did was I came in and put in some Fibonacci extension levels. So just keep in mind that these are Fibonacci extension levels in the yellow. Right, so if it dips back down into the blue, I would expect these blue support levels to be stronger than the fib levels, but a lot of them are very, very close in anyway. But if it does continue to push, since there's not so much like great price action to go off of, as you see back here, there's nothing to go off of actually, I guess. So we need to extend, and so that's where we bring in the Fibonacci extension levels. And that gives us this 26.44 level, right? That's the nearest in support level. And then we have 29.06. And there will be others that I can't see because I can't zoom out far enough. But the extension is in there. So if 26.44, and I guess for that matter, 24.38 play roles, right? That those levels hold up relatively well, and then 29.06 comes into play, then we can have some sort of faith in the fib extension levels, and it will then show the additional levels because we won't have to zoom out so far if the price gets up here. But that's what I'd be looking for at the moment. You know, if I'm a Rocket Lab bull, what I'm really looking for is to not need to really fiddle around too much with this 24.38 level. I wouldn't really want it to dip down below today's low, 24.73. It may not be the be-all, end-all, right? It might not spell like doom and gloom, but you know, like I said, if I'm a bull, I want the low to be in for this next swing, and I want it to really start pressing this 26.44 and secure positioning at or above it, right? I'm okay if it wrestles with it for a bit, but I want that wrestling to be up here at the 26.44, not down here at the 24.38. So like I said, if it does come down to the 24.38 and wrestles there, that may not be the end of the world, but it wouldn't be, you know, if I had my choice, I would want the wrestling to be up here, and then sort of start to make motions or attempts toward that 29.06 sort of sooner than later. Now, on the think or swim side of things, quite interesting here. We can talk about the ATR levels, I guess. I mean, it's extended so far beyond these ATR levels. The nice thing that we see here is this green wave cloud, obviously green meaning bullish wave cloud, extended out through the channel. We don't see that super often, and it's finding support above the wave cloud, which is also above the upper bound of the channel. So just extreme bullish momentum getting worked through right now. I don't know when it will exhaust, but that is absolutely what it's working through right now. If it does start to need to engage with the wave cloud or this upper bound of the channel for support, then that might be an indication that, okay, maybe it's time that it's going to take a breath. Doesn't necessarily mean it's going to suck itself down into the channel fully, but it may be a clear indication that, you know, this sort of, no pun intended, rocket ship may sort of need to dock for a little bit, refuel, and then see if it has legs to continue on. ATR wise, it's, you know, the November levels are so far gone at this point, but looking at the December levels, which are right around the corner, you know, it could still come in mid-range. For the December ATR is about 25 and some change, and that call trigger right now is situated at 26.12, right? That blue, I don't know why it keeps disappearing, but right now it just has a +1 ATR level up to 28.44. So we'll see how that holds. If it does get some motion up to and through that, we might just have to rely more on the wave cloud and the oscillators down here. So TTM squeeze indicator, nothing new happening there. Still working off of this lengthy fire, so I'm just going to sort of like not worry about that too much, not take too much into account with it. Phase oscillator, obviously still in a bullish phase here. It is, relatively extended. It's at 132 right now. I get sort of really uncomfortable when we get toward 200, but over 100 is, it certainly catches my eye. So we'll see, if that plays a factor, if it starts to dip down below. And if it does dip down below like we saw here, does it have, or even here, does it have some quick legs back up into the 100 to 200 range? That'll be interesting to see. So that's basically my focus right now. How much of this bullish momentum has been exhausted? How much is there still left in the tank? How much do people still want to continue buying this in? We look at the volume positioning here and where those weighted areas are, and it's just, it's getting relatively thin. That may not be a bad thing, but it may need some additional catalyst of some sort in order to really get stretchy here. And maybe it'll have that. And it doesn't necessarily have to be a business catalyst or a market catalyst. It could be something as silly as something that throws it into the memosphere, gets retail all riled up and wanting to push it, toward this 29 level or something. So who knows? It could be a wide range of things that would seemingly be more fundamental or less fundamental in nature. All right, folks, well, I hope that you're having a happy hump day. And as always, I appreciate you watching, and I will see you in the next video.